you feeling today? Do you know that your physical and mental well-being depends strongly on what's going on in your gut? Like every other aspect of your life, your gut also needs to be in balance so you can thrive. The first thing you can do to support the balance of your healthy gut is to understand what your gut needs the most. Elsavie Gut Secrets microbiome test will help you do just that. Our team of world-class scientists are working every day to find connections between your gut bacteria and health, as well as foods that benefit you. To support your gut balance even more effectively, you can also start feeding your gut bacteria with functional fiber supplements, as this is what they eat, and clinically tested probiotics to help the good bacteria grow. Change your gut. Change your life. Visit elsavie.com to order our Gut Secrets microbiome test. It would be nice to meet you and your microbiome.
Hi, how are you today?
Hi, I'm great. Thanks. How are you?
Good, I'm good, thank you. Are you having a good day, enjoying everything with your stand?
Very much indeed, yeah.
Good, good.
Managed to have a speech,
wow.
the keynote as well, and of course the stand is going well, and
Wow.
excited to be here.
Amazing. Yeah, so about your speech, what is the #1 point that you would like people to take home? Yeah.
The key is you can try different substances and experiences, but you would like to measure them sort of scientifically as well. And Elsavie has a DNA sequencing test that helps you to take a stool sample, bring it to our lab. We analyze with 16S DNA sequencing, which means we just don't look for specific pointers, but we look at the whole picture of your gut microbiome.
Wow. Yeah, nice. So how did you come up with the name? How did you come up with the name, the brand colors? What was your main inspiration?
To be honest, before I joined the company, the brand was created already, but
nice.
it is about the life, and I do appreciate the story line. But for me, the reason why my background is in technology, in creating systems that help people to run their businesses better somehow. And Elsavie is grown from scientific lab. People have decades of experience. They have hundreds of square meters with stuff, devices in the lab. And one of the things that they were analyzing is DNA sequencing. And they were looking the ways how this could be more valuable to a broader range of people.
Yeah, nice.
And the fact that how much the microbiome really affects
it's crazy.
your life, your consciousness.
Yeah, it affects everything. It's like we have our own little universe inside us, right?
How would you put it? How would you put it? I know you love microbiome.
I would say we have our own little universe inside us. We need to honor it more and protect it, which I guess is what you help us do, your company.
Yeah, precisely.
Yeah.
So we often think that our mind can control the way, and a lot we can control with our mind and make our mind more conscious and aware and so forth. And then when we work on our body, oftentimes we think of injecting different chemicals into our body or working with movements, but we rarely think of looking at our body from inside. And this is what the microbiome analysis helps do.
So have you had any personal gut issues that inspired you?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, I've been, for a couple of decades, I've been very much working on my consciousness, going to different retreats, trying out different rituals and substances among them. They have created a great effect, but oftentimes at some point you lose.
You learn something about yourself every time, right?
Absolutely, yeah. It's I totally respect that sort of experimental conscious biohacking, but the issue is that you still cannot even if with special diets and everything, you cannot much control. You cannot overrule what's going on in your gut.
Yeah.
And really taking a look on what's going on in your gut. I did this microbiome test, and it gave me 30 pages of insights.
30 pages?
Yeah, with 60 scientific pointers.
Nice.
And it started from easy ones like what should you eat, what should you not eat in reality, not because someone else is thinking that having certain diet would be a good idea and it's proven scientifically, but actually what does your DNA body at this point of time tell about certain diets and opportunities. So both food and both about what kind of bacteria are in your guts, because there are billions of species of bacteria, but it gave a snapshot overview of who are performing well, who I should focus more, and who are underperforming. And funnily, for instance, Lactobacillus, super important bacteria, helps a lot of.
The main guy.
Yeah, the main guy. But I had been underfeeding them because I thought I want to avoid lactose and meat dairy products. So I didn't get much of food for this lovely Lactobacillus. And this is really, in my particular case, it's really poor condition. And I'm not the only one, of course.
Yeah.
When we think of, let's avoid lactose, but how do we take care of Lactobacillus, for example?
Yeah, how do you? Yeah.
Now, there are two ways.
Actually.
Yeah.
Because they're like the main one.
All sorts of marinated foods, even
kimchi?
Kimchi would be good.
That's a good one. Everyone knows that one.
Exactly. Yeah, that's one of the bacteria that, in my case, needed some boosting, and for many cases we see from our research how do the DNAs look like, what are the bacteria profiles, and definitely what's one of the common cases. And to find them proper food, one is easy way. You just feed them what they need, and then you have universal tools as well.
Yeah, I was going to ask you. Yeah, what are these?
I got sort of prescribed the green one. These are fiber supplements, so the bacteria
fiber supplements.
Yeah, are
nice,
eating fibers. In this case, for example, it's based on rye and oat. In this particular one has gluten as well, but if you're gluten intolerant,
this one's
you
for
might
the gluten intolerant. Yeah, it's good to
one.
avoid gluten, right? Good to avoid gluten. Yeah.
And this red one, for example, if your stomach is really rumbly tummy, then you can calm it up.
Yeah, nice.
A good way to start. But I got this. So I take 2, 3, 4 spoons a day, add it to my porridge or yogurt in the morning, and I'm good covered for the rest of the day because it keeps the stable energy level. Otherwise, I was like thinking, should I drink more coffee, less coffee? If coffee feels good, I should drink more. But I realized...
I love coffee.
Yes.
I love coffee. I drink it, 1 hour. Yeah, not just in the morning.
Let's assume that it works well for you and has no side effects.
Yeah, I think it does work well for me, yeah.
But not for everybody, right?
Yeah, not for everyone, yeah.
And with your DNA test, you can really find out how it works, and maybe there are consequences that you're not quite aware of.
It's true.
That need support, and those amazing bacteria within your guts can be fed with.
So it's like an all-in-one, because you can get tested, and then you can take these amazing products. So it's like an all-in-one, one-stop shop.
Essentially, yes. And in long run, our vision, of course, is to give more power on health to people themselves. So if you have a regularity when you take the tests, you will be aware of how your body responds to different food, different your experiments, and what should you do about it.
Yeah. So how often should someone take this test? Once a year, once every 3 months, like the average consumer,
Depends, of
average
course. If I took it in 3 months, and I had some.
You took once every 3 months.
In my case, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But like 6 months is good. Even once a year is good if you're in quite stable and just want to be proactive, knowing that you have no surprise issues. Because in reality, yes, your microbiome can change every day to an extent based on how you live your life. But larger changes would be wise to measure at least once a year, maybe twice a year.
Oh, okay. So it just depends on your situation.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to get better, change your gut once every 3 months. And then if you're stable, maybe once a year, once every 6 months.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, wow, okay.
And if you take
great information.
Try to have like a stable week or so, like your average week.
So
if you test it right after the ecstatic dance party, it probably altered to extent.
You're excited for that?
I am excited for that as well, indeed.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And also that again, fibers help the gut to manage in a stable way.
Yeah.
Stable high, so to say.
So what about leaky gut? What's your take on like leaky gut? Gives brain fog. I think it's linked to Alzheimer's, dementia. I think it's linked to a whole host of things. Literally every autoimmune. Do you agree?
Absolutely, yeah. These are typical symptoms when you want to manage your microbiome better.
Yeah.
Red one, for example, totally for the leaking gut. This one, maybe if you're gluten intolerant. I had brain fog issues as well, as well as the blood sugar issues. Heavy. Although I was measuring doctor said that no worries, no, you don't need to do anything about it. It's normal.
Medicine either.
Like, but what can I do? They said you shouldn't worry. Okay, but I took the test, figured out that I just need to feed in. There are certain bacteria in lack of food, and I just need to feed relevant food for them, so they will keep my blood sugar in normal level.
Yeah, nice answer. Yeah, so is there any food that you completely avoid? Like, what's your number one food you would tell people, no, don't eat it, it's going to destroy your gut, it's going to ruin everything, ruin all your hard work?
It's interesting because it's so individual. For example, I'm a complete lover of cacao.
But if you were to say like just one thing that you think suits the general population, like I would say gluten or lactins. So
yeah, most likely. But on the other hand, if you're giving up, how do you replace certain things? For example, kimchi, as you said, an example.
Yeah.
If you don't eat,
gluten's man-made anyway, though, right? Like an aspect to it, super pesticides. So
that as well. Although what was most surprising for me from the test result was that I'm a big lover of cacao and also buckwheat, because I believe that buckwheat is a solid gluten-free thing that
really good for you.
Eating every day.
And you like cacao.
I love both. I love, but the test said you should cut off a little bit with consuming them because you're overfeeding your certain bacteria.
Oh.
So that sort of mono diet for too long time can be damaging for your microbiome.
Oh.
So that's why it would be wise to check in every little while that are the bacteria guys doing well or they are messing around with you.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
For the amazing explanation. Thank you for asking all of my questions. It was great to learn from you, and it was great to have you on the podcast.
Most welcome. Thank you so much.